So let's talk about our dear friend, the radiance. Radiance. A lot of people don't like radiance, but I love radiance. And you know how we saw that degrees and DMS were equivalent numbers. They gave us the same number, but we're just more accuracy and decimals. Well, it is the exact same case with degrees and radians. Degrees measure angle, so it's an angular measure, and radians measure angle, so it's an angular measure as well. And what are radians? Well, degrees we denote it with this little thingy. Radians, we just say how many radians there are by saying that they are radians. And these ones are given in terms of like, oh, 137.5 degrees, and radians is pi over 3 radians. And this pi over 3 has a numerical value. It has a number. It's just a decimal. Pi is approximately 3.14 over 3, which is approximately something 1 point something, right? So this is nice math to be done. But that is the difference between degrees and radians. So let's actually, what is a radian then? And what is a degree? Degree is a singular unit in that straight angle. Remember, we have the straight angle, 180 degrees. If this rotates, a full rotation of this radius, we keep ringing, rotate until here is 180 degrees. Throughout my whole high school career, I'm sure they taught me and I just forgot, but why is 180 degrees equal to pi? In my mind, that never made any sense. As a English language learner, I used to think of pi as a circle. So in terms of math, 180 for me meant a whole circle. And then that expression in English that person did a full 180 or a full 360, whatever it is, but I think it's wrong. 360 means entirely, all right? But I think people say 180 and they are trying to say that a person turned around or something. I don't know. But see, so the mathematical reason why is 180 degrees equivalent to pi, and remember 180 degrees is just going around here. If this is pi, well, that means if we go around it one more time, we have another pi for a total of 2 pi. So if we just do a full rotation, we have an equivalent of 2 pi. So 180 degrees is equal to pi. A full 360 degrees is 2 pi. And the reason why 180 degrees is equal to pi has to do with a circle, a nice little circle of radius 1. I show you here. Why is 180 degrees equal to pi? Well, it has to do with a circle. First of all, a circle of radius 1, and 3, and the circumference, pi, 2r, or the diameter, right? 2 times r. And if the circle is 1, what is the radian? Remember, the radian is the measurement along. So 1 radian, right? A radian, if this is 1 and this is 1, then this arc length is 1, this central angle, all right? The radian is 1. So how many radians are there in a unit circle with radius of 1? Well, there is 360 radians, right? So that means that in this particular circle, a radian has a measurement of 1. So that is the really nice little thing. And the radius is 1 as well. So how many radians are around there? Well, 360. So what is the circumference then? Well, it's 360. That is equal to pi times 2 times, what is the radius? The radius is 1. So we have 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi. Well, that's where we get the notion that a full 360 is 2 pi. And if we go ahead and divide by 2 and divide by 2, we have that 180 degrees is equal to pi. Ta-da! Oh, I missed the A. Ta-da! I'm bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. Ta-da! Alrighty. So, what is a radian, ladies and gentlemen? I give you radians. What is a radian? A radian is nothing but, let me grab a radius of any circle. Choose any circle, any size. If this is the length of my radius, if I start rotating this one up, it's not gonna move in a straight line, right? It's going to move in a nice little arc. The length of this little arc is, when it keeps moving and moving and moving and moving and moving and moving, once it moves enough until this length is actually also r, then remember this is still the radius, a little bit more, this is still the radius, then we say that this baby right here is a radian, and you measure the length of the arc and also the central angle. This makes the radian. So that's what a radian is: the amount of angle required for a circle of r to trace this measurement of r as well. So remember, we can keep going around our full circle, and we're gonna keep creating so many radians, so many radians, so many radians. When we're till here, any circle with the radius of with the radius 1 has how many radians? Then how many radians was it able to draw? Well, up until this point, 180 degrees, which is pi radians. Pi radians. Pi radians is what? 3.14. So it means that it went in this direction. This was probably 1 radian, probably this was another radian right here, and lastly this was maybe my last radian. So a total of 3 point something radians. So that's why 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. And if we continue going this, then probably here's another radian, and another radian, and a little bit more of it is left. So now what does that becomes? 360 degrees is equal to, well, 2 pi radians. And what is 2 pi? Well, 2 times 3.14, 6.2 something. So what? 6 little wedges. 1 wedge, 2 radians, 3 radians, 4 radians, 5 radians, 6 radians, and my little fractional part. Ta-da! This should be a work of art. I will call it rad. Radians. So that's what a radian is. So, oh, hey, I was going to explain why, but I guess I got ahead of myself. This is my best rendition of the Scream. Whoever is the artist of that, still, I'm a little bit obsessed with this. This is what my brain looks like most of the time. This is what is going through my brain. I get distracted easily.